What is up? Welcome back to Otaku for another edition of Mangalku, our manga book club, where we read a new set of volumes every 2 weeks. This week we read volumes 5 through 8 of Eden Zero. It's something that we've already read the first 1 through 4 of, so check that out. I'll have a link somewhere in the video. What did you guys think of 5 through 8 right at the start? It's more of a continuation, of course, because we pick up in the middle of the arc we left off last time. No spoileroni. What do you guys think?
I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too. I thought it was a good continuation of the story, and I wanted to keep going with it. So
yeah, I'm still gonna be reading it and waiting for the anime to come out.
There's a lot out already. This goes for a long time, and basically, if you haven't watched the first video and you want to know, I don't know, how are the later things? If you like Fairy Tail, you're gonna love this. Yeah. You're just gonna love it. I feel like with most things that Hiro Mashima, is that his name? That he does. Yeah. You're just going to love it. If you love him, you're going to love his stuff.
If you love ladies.
So normally have a set of questions. My question for this, would you support him if he went rogue and had a hentai career?
Yes.
Yes, very much so. God,
dude, fucking
his art.
It's upsetting.
Yeah.
It really is.
So, yeah, it's good. But that's also a gripe that I have with this is it's more fucking Fairy Tail stuff, which is if you didn't like Fairy Tail, you're not going to like this because it doesn't break any barriers. It doesn't do anything spectacular that Fairy Tail didn't do. It's still
Fairy Tail in space.
Very much power of friendship.
Yeah.
Very much.
Mm-hmm. So where are you on this train? Because I hated the endings.
Yeah.
I too didn't really like the ending all that much. I like Fairy Tail and I'll continue to support Fairy Tail as it is, but it didn't do anything
there were
different.
Just never any stakes in Fairy Tail.
Exactly.
Never.
Everyone always came back.
And let me say, we're 8 volumes through, and there's not any stakes.
Well, there are stakes, just not for the characters that are
not for the main
characters.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna move through. That's just kind of a quick little summary. If you wanted to know, is Eden Zero good? What do we think? Yada yada. We're going to go full spoilers now, talk about what we like, the characters, what happened. No particular order, but you've been warned that it's going to be
free-for-all section now.
It just explodes.
So we do start with Digitalis, so I think that's worth starting there, which video game arcs are always fun. Yeah. And that's pretty much how I walked away from that arc. I was like, oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that a little bit, interesting little things that happened.
There was some morbid shit that we've talked about. It was kind of at the very end of what we read last time, and it was kind of cool. And I think I don't remember if we talked about it in the last video, but they were looking for the 4 shining stars. Yes. They found the first 2, which were Witch and Sister. And they were going for Hermit. And they pretty much just get Hermit.
The way I say it was what? Shiki literally picks her up. He's like, you're coming with me. Yeah. And that's it.
Well, so they go to her and she's like, go fuck off. And it's like, oh, wow. Okay, cool. And then 10 seconds later, it's like, no, we got her. It's cool.
So, I mean, you complain about that, but then the second half of the volumes we read, what you would want happens where it's like, oh, the 4th.
And I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't want it at all. I didn't ask for that. That's like, hey, I would like candy. It's like, cool, you have diabetes now. Yeah. That's not fair. Yeah. It's like super rude.
That they do give that to you, but We'll talk about that a little bit later because, man, that was brutal. But Digitalis was good. It was fun. I liked the stuff with Spider, even though it wasn't hacker versus hacker stuff. It's kind of like
it's always
You've been hacked. Undo. Hack. Undo.
It's like a CSI episode. It's like how much can you really like it?
Yeah, give her a bikini.
Okay, that was good.
That was funny. I'm gonna give her a bikini. All out. Please do not allow it.
But I do like as we get to know Hermit more, she does seem like a fun. She's like a nice character to have. She's just like I don't know, like an upbeat kid basically.
Yeah, I think she's better than Wendy.
Oh, 100%.
Is she modeled after Wendy?
Did not.
I don't think so. She was very similar, but
she's got the diva thing with the headset and the little marks.
But speaking about knowing about her, you get her backstory, why she hates humans, and
Sam said it best.
Yeah.
Predictable.
Yeah.
Dude, the moment it was like, oh, I was working together with these guys, I was like, come on.
Yeah.
It's like
they threw you for a little bit of a loop. Yeah. They're like really nice.
Yeah.
And that one part where they're like, oh, why does it look like a cannon?
Yeah.
Hello? Hello?
That is so weird.
I was reading it next to Sam. We were in the hot tub. I was like, oh, it's a cannon.
Oh. Yeah. The whole time Josh was like, I don't like where this is going.
It's not fun.
But like, man, and so I kind of thought in the Digitalis arc as well, we meet the two spies.
Yeah.
So
Yes. Oh,
when
that's right.
actual Homura showed up, because they're you find out that
they
the other
swapped.
Homura, I thought that was gonna be the other guy, Jesse.
Yeah.
I thought both of them were going to be putting on an act. And it was going to go like next level.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, I'm the real Homura, but then really it's Jesse. Now he's part of Eden Zero.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about
cool.
that.
I thought that's where it was going. And I was like, oh, this is so obvious. They're
Yeah.
going to do this. It was like,
And then
no,
it's like, nope.
That's real Homura. She just got.
She did her classic. It would never be me or something like where she's talking. It's like, oh, okay, cool.
And I loved when she was chasing. What's the spy?
Amira
on the horse. She did.
Yeah.
And she's like, I would never ride my horse like that.
Dude, what the hell were those things?
Yeah.
The bunny rabbit.
The bunny rabbit things. Yeah.
Or the bunny dinosaur thing.
Yeah.
But
that shit
she
was
did
funny.
that in the beginning because I remember when she's like, "Oh, I want to be a man" or something like that.
Yeah.
Which that whole little story was funny as hell. I got into the world and somehow I was in a jail.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, poor Homura. Like that's gonna be shitty."
And she's like, I would never turn into a man, although I have thought about it.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
And then she's just like, I swear she did that from the get go.
You'd be like Weiss or Wise,
Yes,
right?
100%.
Oh my
I
God.
love him
100%.
so much, dude.
He's such a good character. I love him.
He's the greatest character.
He's so
He's so
good.
fucking funny.
I just love. He's like, well, if they're cheating, let's just cheat back. It's
Yeah.
like, it's like, what's the point?
And I like how he's just like in the middle of it, like before anything. I was like, oh wow, these are like really heavy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I know we're in the middle of some serious, but this is really heavy.
So good. He has so many good parts, dude.
Yeah.
So after Digitalis, we go straight to. Do we go to the?
We go to the
No, we
time
go to the
place.
time place.
Oh, but let's not leave out. We meet Captain.
Oh, that's right.
Captain.
Who is also a great character.
Yes.
We do get to see the girls change clothes.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Which was this topic we were having at the beginning of the video. Would we follow him into being a hentai artist?
Yes, I would.
Yes.
Yes.
God, my baby girl Homura, I call dibs.
I like how they make Shiki actually perverted.
I like it
yeah,
too.
yeah,
Because he's
I-
not like the ignorant main character that all the
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
ones are.
I love
He
that.
always-
Let's put this one on the
Yeah.
sheer
She's like, it
maiden-
looks like you.
maiden
Like
dress.
he's with Weiss. Like yes,
and they're
yes.
I feel like he doesn't understand why he wants it, but he does want it.
Yeah.
Like,
But
I'm cool with that.
Later on, when you find out that Rebecca's not wearing her panties,
Oh.
and she gets launched up, and he's like,
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I remember in my head, I'm like, wait, she's not wearing. And then like the next
I'm
panel
like,
is his.
wait a minute.
It's so good. I do like that. That's like
Yeah.
a good point. Like where for Natsu, he was very kind of like
He's
clueless,
just
didn't really
ignorant.
care.
Uh-huh.
But it's like it's really nice to see like this guy isn't a fucking ignoramus.
Yeah.
Like
He
like,
knows what's
yeah.
up with the woman's body.
The fucking author's probably like, see, I did change
Yeah.
something in the story. I did it for you.
So Captain is still at this point of us reading a bit of a mystery.
Yes.
They made
Expert pilot. Like,
Yes.
apparently incredibly.
Dude,
The
They
crazy
made him
thing
so
is he's
cool.
just in a spacesuit
I
holding the
love
wheel,
that.
and I was like,
I
what?
love-
I thought
So-
for sure when he came in and he started like basically like
Oh,
taking over
yeah.
stuff. I thought he was gonna be like some scummy guy.
Yeah.
who's
Yeah.
just gonna like
But no,
mentally take all the shit.
I want him to be the pilot of
I
the-
would
Yeah,
like
I want
do
him
too.
to be
I like
so
how he's
bad.
like, oh, you told me it was gonna take 3 days. I got us here in one.
They're like,
yeah.
well, actually, no, we're
incredible.
here. And they're like, wait, what? How did you do that?
Yeah.
I took a shortcut.
Yeah.
Through the debris field.
Yeah. He's like, oh, it's a polished thing. If you get a good captain in there, it's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So-
yeah. I mean, after they meet Captain,
Yeah, after they
they,
meet the captain,
you do find out it's worth noting that he's apparently the captain of an Eden's one.
Eden one.
So
He's
but-
got a tat, which is
Yeah.
sick. Why don't our crew have Eden Zero on them?
yeah, but you don't really find out anything else about that
So,
at all.
And then
They-
he says he's gonna take a nap. I think that's
Yeah.
immediately what he says afterwards.
But so we know a little bit about the cosmos. It has a bunch of fish. And when he's found, he has a bunch of fish from around
Yes.
him. So they're
But
near
the best
another
part,
cosmos.
he's just floating there like this.
Yeah.
Just chilling. I want to know more.
Yeah,
He's interesting as
They've
hell.
done a really good job of making him. He is sketchy. It's
Yeah.
just like I don't know if I trust him. Is he a good guy yet? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like he lost his ship and like he came to a new world. Like I feel like
Because
he got
when
ported.
he was like when he was telling Shiki, he's like, "Oh, well, I'm the captain now," and he's like, "Okay, whatever your name is," and he's like, "No, call me captain." And then
Yeah.
like, "Oh, did he just fucking strong arm like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
the captain now?" This
Yeah.
is
Oh,
my
called
shit.
me. You called me captain. I know we're captain.
He said it.
Look
do you
at
mean,
me. I'm
do
your
you mean
captain
Lord
now.
said I was fucking captain? It's like, God damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so he really, and that was it from
Yeah.
the 4 volumes. That was all he was
Yeah.
in there
He-
for.
Yeah.
He got him there.
And then they go to see xiaomei after
Xiaomei,
that,
Yeah.
which I thought was a great character.
I
liked her too.
Yeah, I thought she was very good.
Did you like the part where she's like, "Oh, and here I'm the storyteller"?
Yes.
and,
But
I have some guests.
I was like, "Where's this going?"
But
This
She
is
has
random.
to be.
I think one of the most important parts from that is she confirms Mother exists.
Yeah,
Like
she does.
she 100% confirms it.
She says,
for the
"I know who
characters. We
Mother
already know
is."
Yes.
she does.
She's like, "I know who Mother is, but because I know who she is, I can't tell you exactly where she's at." Or
Yeah,
something like
I
that.
really liked where she was like, I'm pretty sure I met her, and that's
Yeah.
how I got my powers. But
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
exchange, I had to erase that I knew
because
her.
she knows everything
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
ever happened and ever will happen.
Yeah.
and because she
yeah.
goes into the whole, but I love battles, because she says she's gonna grant their wish or whatever.
And Happy, is it Happy or is it Lucky?
Happy.
Happy, the cat.
Okay, yeah.
The
happy.
cat. He.
I was so lost. I was like,
I was looking over these. Like, help me.
It's like, is there a Lucky?
So Happy was just like immediately calls her out. Well, if you can tell all the futures and why you're making us do this, and she's like, "Oh, I can't see battle.
I can't see battle results or
yeah.
something.
And she gets all fucking ahigao, like
Yeah.
simping for it. Ugh.
But it was like, so that comes up. I was thinking about that later, where she was like, "Oh, I can't really see like who's gonna win these battles, so this is
Yeah.
exciting for me,
Yeah.
you know." But then she pits them against the people they're gonna fight later on, so it's like, oh, you
think
kind of
she
already
Well,
knew.
So
like-
she says, I see you winning and I see you losing. So I know both sides. And
okay,
so basically she sees both futures. And then the future can be changed is what she said, which is
okay,
different. 'Cause
sure.
There's always
Sure.
that one point and then like 30 different things could happen.
Yeah, that
off
just
of
seems
one.
impossible if that's. And I know when she first showed up, which I felt like was a direct message to the reader. She's like, for this planet, don't think too hard about it.
Yeah.
Because you have to do that for anything that has to do with like somebody to see the future. Because it would be impossible to
Yeah.
see all the different routes.
Exactly.
Impossible.
You are in fucking Bleach.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
speaking of Bleach, time stopping magic.
Yeah.
So it just throws everything out as soon as you mess with time.
Yeah, the moment you announce it, it's fucked. And it's like,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking of too, where it's like, that's why I brought it up, is like, it's weird that she goes, oh, I can't be able to see this, but here's the exact people
Yeah.
you're going to fight later. It's like, well,
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
But again, I think it's more that she can see. She's been reborn by something, so
Yeah.
she could. She's got floors that turn into nothing, and then you just fall. So she can go and do whatever she wants.
I mean,
That part was crazy.
you
though.
think about it though,
Mm-hmm.
the fact that she can address the reader means she's pretty powerful, right? Like,
Yeah.
She has to be.
like,
yeah.
like she's like,
What if she's
Mother hasn't even done that.
Yeah.
You know.
she's like fourth wall breaking,
Yeah.
powerful. Like, that's crazy.
And so I like that, and I just remember the time where it's like a million years ahead of time. They're like,
Yeah.
Eden Zero, what's this? And she's talking about that. It's like, why are you fucking around with us? Like,
Yeah.
why are we doing
Yeah.
this?
She's just messing with us the whole
And
time.
one of my favorite parts about that is I love that she just tells them. Like, she doesn't
Yeah.
fuck around. She doesn't do anything. She does do the Coliseum thing, but like,
Yeah.
I'll take that, sure.
Yeah.
And then, but she goes, yeah, oh, she's over here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sweet. Thank you.
Because we didn't have to go through this whole other like, oh, we're gonna go to this place, this place,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
place, this place, collect info, and then boom, finally get there. She's like, nah, just here.
Yeah.
Which, in hindsight, I would have liked a little bit more build up in those departments because they didn't hurt me
Nah.
in the other departments that did require build up. But I guess it would be kind of like, did you feel let down with the tournament? Because everybody just pretty much handled it. There was one good fight out of it that came from it.
Yeah, it was a little bit of like, I don't know, it almost filler-esque.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it was,
yeah,
but
definitely.
not really, because it came into play later.
It did.
You know?
Yeah, it was something that we
But
needed.
like it was kind of like, oh yeah. But this is the whole thing I'm talking about with it being like fairy tale.
Yeah,
there's
there was
no
no
stakes
challenge.
ever. There's
Yeah.
never Shiki. We specifically talk about Shiki. Everybody else gets it kind of rough sometimes.
Yeah.
Shiki just steamrolls every fight. Every fight.
Yeah. So in one of his last fights, and I'm kind of jumping ahead, he does get his ass kicked a bit. Like, but and he does some cool shit.
I didn't feel like he was in danger though.
But no, I never.
Yeah.
No, he gets tossed, and you're just like, he has no visible scars.
Yeah.
Like, it's that Broly versus the Hulk bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like,
It totally
he was
is.
getting hit by fucking Super Saiyan Blue and had
Yeah.
no physical damage. Like, okay.
Yeah.
It was lame. But yeah, I just didn't like how he's like, oh, we've got this super hard dude, and he's like impossible, and he one punches him, and
Yeah.
then Whis is just like Ian Pino, and
Yeah, that was funny.
even Lucy.
He just starts stomping him out.
Yeah.
Rebecca. Rebecca was doing really good. It's like, and I'm glad that she's not useless. I always
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like the trope is like, make the girl useless. She has to be
Yeah.
helped out. She gets one or two cool things. she's consistently been doing.
Not if she's Urza, man.
I would agree with that.
I would just say she's about as useful as Lucy. Like,
okay,
kinda.
I don't. I've never watched Fairy Tail, so I can't say how useful she is. I've seen the first episode.
I mean, Lucy does. What was it? The snapping of Aquarius.
There's like
That's probably the coolest thing she's done.
How can I relate this? Rebecca is about as useful as Uraraka. Okay.
Uraraka.
Ooh, I don't know.
You're rooting for her, but at the end of the day, she's not first person.
Like, she can do stuff. Yeah. She's cool, but it's like she's never gonna really do much.
Yeah,
like, it's just,
I get you. Yo.
She's character
but
development.
I think didn't xiaomei say that like her abilities are gonna
save the universe.
Yeah,
which is I like that. But I feel like that is going to get downplayed hella hard.
And then Shiki's going to save the universe.
Yeah, because, again, Shiki is broken as fuck.
He's so broken.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But they did give him a bonkers power. But I guess, like, it's kind of difficult. You either do all the training and see him get better with his power.
Yes.
Or you just give him all his powers, it's cheat code, and he's unlocked it all. We're getting the cheat codes unlocked it all, and it's not satisfying.
Yeah.
So, but
I mean, he's probably gonna get beat. Hopefully, he doesn't unlock some super secret power after that.
Just think about shonens in general. Okay, it's always they're gonna win the battle by the power of friendship at the very end.
Yeah.
There's like all kinds of memes about it.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, the bad guy trained for 200 years to do this, and he's like, oh, you hurt my friends. Yeah. It's always gonna happen like that.
Yeah.
But that's more rewarding to me if he's on the fucking edge of death. Like, I actually am worried that they're gonna kill his friends.
Yeah.
And then he does it instead of Shiki is just like, whatever. You hurt my friend. Bang.
One of his fights, he fights alone, like completely alone, and he's still mollywops.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's like even like let's talk about the last fight where he's fighting the giant fucking mech.
The
Dragoon. She's like, he's not gonna be able to get through the armor. It's
because
impossible.
ether gear armor,
and he just starts doing it.
Yeah, but I like his smartness.
He does plan, and he makes that land heavier, so it breaks through. So that's when he catches her off guard.
I like the use of his powers. I think everything's clever. So basically, it's like he can't punch people because like his fist is it's still human, and he can't hit ether gear because it's canceling or some shit like that. So he gets grabbed, which was a little weird, and then he's just like, fuck you, I'm now 3,000 pounds, and just drops her. And then the bomb thing was dope as fuck.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. He's just chilling up there. He's just like, what's up?
It kind of didn't make sense to me.
It was supposed to explode. I agree.
He's like, it was dope.
But we're gonna think magnets. We're just gonna, we're not gonna think about it too hard. But what I thought was he's using gravity to repulse it. Don't know how that works.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's right there. But because it's coming at him, he's using acceleration. Not a physicist. We're just gonna throw words out and then smack dab.
It's just that was another thing to me where I could have rolled my eyes out of my fucking head when she shot the missile. He tried to dodge the first time. He was like, oh, it doesn't matter where you're running. It's going to follow you forever. It's like, I've seen this a million times in every video game ever.
Yeah. What did you think he was going to do?
Just run it into her.
Yeah. That's what I thought. I'm like, just plow it through.
Like, she straight up says, no matter what it hits, it'll keep going after you. Oh, I'll just run behind you then.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
And then just jump around her, and then she's fucking Swiss cheese. It's dope. No, he did the classic cool guy thing, fucking holds it with gravity, apparently. Okay. I don't know. It was cool. It didn't make sense, but it was cool.
I just have I don't know. Like, as with what happened to me with Fairy Tail, it's starting to happen with this, where the longer it goes on, the less forgiving I get with oh, we're doing the same thing over and over again.
It's like having dated an ex that cheated on you, and you start seeing your new girlfriend start doing the same things, and you're just like, okay. You're just set up, and your heart's a little guarded. You built a wall, and it's just not good.
Yeah.
That fucking bitch.
God. Please don't ask who hurt him. We all know.
I see that too, because I've never watched Fairy Tail, but I'm getting concerned with the lack of.
I feel like you would like Fairy Tail. I feel like you like Fairy Tail, Josh. It's just that
it's full of hype moments and stuff. It's fun.
Yeah.
But this is the same way where it's fun. Like the fucking missile catching thing is cool.
It's
like
cool.
It's really cool.
But we can't forget the coolest part was Whis coming back.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Which, again, the greatest character.
Because they land in the casino place, right?
Yeah.
And
Homura and Shiki immediately are getting robbed.
They get taken away, and they were in the concentration camp thingy. Oh wait, maybe not concentration camp.
Well, it requires a lot of concentration to kill all of those bugs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's where we get because Because basically they go to this place because they were told this is where Valkyrie is at from xiaomei. And so they go there and they're trying to find her. They go into the casino. They get sent to the place. And then they meet Paul, who was kind of foreshadowed. Literally couldn't think of any other name. They're just like, Paul.
I like that. Paul.
But it's funny because meanwhile, that whole time, Rebecca's meets up with one of her friends who just who is prank, it's a prank, bro.
Yeah. I fucking hate her.
I hate her.
So
fucking labia.
But we meet Nino.
Yeah. So for Paul though, when they show his ability, it was like okay, funny, jokey ability.
Yeah.
It becomes so useful, right?
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yes, it is a god tier talent.
So he's a thief, and he can snatch everything.
Can move things, but only like
they're 10 meters away,
or something.
10
like
meters is 30 feet.
Yeah.
Fucking, it's like 27 feet or something like that.
Far.
It's insane.
No,
I think it's like 10.
I think it's really tiny.
Well, you think it's like within an area,
like 6 inches, I think.
Hey.
So he has to get really close because I think
that's why he gets close like that. Like,
okay, so that's why he's.
I think his range was like stupidly small. Like it was a joke.
Was it 10 centimeters?
Yeah, it's something like that. It's something
okay.
like really, really tiny.
But like Klepto, man, you just walk by.
But it becomes so useful.
Yeah. So his initial thing is. Oh, do you want to go?
No, you go ahead.
His initial thing is he just runs by Rebecca and steals her panties.
Yeah,
which was the funniest thing ever.
Perfect.
Pays off later.
Because, they already set her up with the skirt, and it's like, she's fine as fuck in this, and then they take her panties off. It's like, immediately every time you see her on the fucking page, you're like, I know a secret.
Yeah.
Josh is just like,
tilting this. If I could just get the right angle on this one.
3D manga. You guys can start it out.
Free idea.
Don't steal our idea. Shirt says free ideas.
Free ideas. Guys, I got an idea. You feel free to take it.
But not this one.
But yeah, so that's his introduction, and he's like a slight disciple of Valkyrie. So they're like, and it's Hamura and Shiki that are down there, and so they're trying to find her.
He has the B cube that I guess
was her final message.
To Hamura.
And he hasn't even watched it yet. So he's like essentially R2D2.
Yes.
Same height and everything.
Yes.
By the way, I was curious, does he look like anybody from Fairy Tail?
Nah, I don't think so.
Because I guarantee I hate that guy.
But remember, if we're down in the dungeons or wherever it was with the gladiator kind of guys, there's one dude that looks kind of like Panther Lily.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Oh, the 3 dudes. 1 + 2 is 1,000,000.
Yeah, one of those guys. It's kind of like a feline guy.
I didn't get the jokes.
I didn't either.
They kept saying it's 3. It was like, it means something else, but they never tell you what does that mean.
Yeah.
So like Jose was saying, they have the counters on their neck, and they don't want to kill the small fry because they need to get 100,000 stones to get out of there.
Yeah.
So they meet the warden, which was Whippy Boy.
Yeah.
He was
I think
a real
that
asshole.
may be a name we did not write down.
Whippy Boy.
Whippy Boy it is. Whippy Boy. Sadomasochist man is also the other thing. Apparently he has paralysis in his whip.
Yes.
And
not his car, but like a whoosh.
And classic
stupid ass dude.
So he immediately goes into the sub-dom shit where he makes them fucking kneel, and then he's just like, hey, you got a pretty mouth, take some her away, and immediately starts whipping her to his pleasure.
How dare he?
Yeah. And basically he threatens like to fucking fuck everyone up if they fuck around with him, so he's just like, I'm gonna go fuck your bitch, fuck you guys, and if you come after me, you're all dead.
But who comes in?
Yeah, fucking Shiki's just like, I don't give a fuck about those people.
Yeah, because there's no threat.
Yeah, there is no threat.
He's fucking Shiki. He can just do whatever he wants.
So those people dying?
He wrecked that guy.
But that was the one cool thing that came of that moment. He's like, if I have to be the Demon King, then I will. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. So the Demon King is like a bad guy, right?
Yeah, what if Shiki, like, as he's leaving, he just touched everybody, made them float? Then, like, what are they going to do?
That is very true. I didn't even think about that.
Like, all the guards that are there, you just go, like, tick, 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 tick.
That's coming up in the next volume.
Yep.
Like,
guys, touch me.
Like, yeah, like, what are they going to do if you're just floating
Uraraka,
there?
but times 10.
Oh, my
yeah,
God.
He's so much better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he doesn't even get sick after.
Yeah, it's true.
I've never seen him throw up.
But there's a part that happens that I think is a major load of bullshit. He whips Hamura a fuck ton of times, just like a bunch of times,
yes.
And they establish like, oh, there's paralysis, immediate effects, and then like 10, 15 chapters later, they're like, oh, hey, remember how I hit you like 42 fucking times?
It's still in your system.
It's slow-acting paralysis.
I agree.
Yeah.
I was like, you just get written shit in there.
I agree 100%. That was stupid.
I was just like,
I couldn't remember where it was going. That's where I wanted to finish.
I saw that, and I was like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Like, that's so stupid.
Yeah, and then they also did establish, apparently, if your hands are tied, you cannot use your ether gear.
Yeah.
This guy is exposition bullshit boy. He's now lost the title of Whippy Boy. He's exposition bullshit.
I think that's pretty funny, though.
It's so random.
Yeah, because Shiki's just like, tie me up real quick.
I want to see.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah,
it's
like cool.
Yeah.
Whips are cool.
But it's like even the Homura thing, it's like, oh, it happens right when he's going there. Like, it's like, oh, it looks like it's happening. Like, that's coincidence.
Wow.
Like, that's crazy.
I always have to remind myself when you're reading stuff like this and it's just so bonkers wild. You're like, they wouldn't tell a story about normal people.
Yeah,
very much so. Yeah,
that's
everyone's
the only
gotta be
thing.
a little wild and eccentric.
Yeah, there has to be a reason everything was cool. Like but you get like one cool guy. You don't get like 42 cool guys and shit. I don't know. It's just fucking weird.
So let's end it talking about Valkyrie and what happened to her.
We're good. Cut the episode.
So she's dead. She's just straight dead. And she's been dead for a while.
Yeah,
5 years
You get
or something
you get
like
her backstory. You know, she ended up saving all these people. Is what she ended.
Which is
up
like, I feel like her backstory is another like kind of classic one, where it's
Yeah.
like there's the father figure in their life, but they're
Thank
not.
you. I was
they're
thinking
not
father
the
figure.
actual father figure. So like they try to find the father, but then the kid's like, no, you are my father. Like fuck that other guy.
Yeah.
and it should have been like happy ending.
It's
like, hugs
happened
and
like a
kisses.
million times. Like that. This is like this storyline is played out.
Yeah, but they did it well.
Yeah,
I thought that was well
this
done.
one was.
I
Pretty
thought
well
so
done.
too, but I still I don't know, couldn't relate to Valkyrie where she was just like, oh, she needs a mother. It's like she doesn't need a mother.
She's got you.
Like, well, I think it's part of like it's one of those like female.
She's trying to be like maternal, but then she's like, I'm not the real mother. Like to make her happy, I need to get her real mom.
And so
which backfired because once she found the mom became a giant pain in the ass.
But what I did like is like you obviously Valkyrie's seen xiaomei before as well, and in that conversation she was like, oh, I left her a note explaining where I was going. And then xiaomei's like, yeah, that got fucking snagged by like a rat or something.
Yeah, it was like cat. But they have that as like one of the opening pictures, and you're like, oh, I hope that's not really it. And then they pull back to it like, oh yeah, you fucked. She's like, oh god, I'm gonna have to explain this, and then it's even worse because now she can't talk to her. But like, the thing is fucked. So basically, she finds her mom, and she's like, I'll pay your fucking debt. Mm-hmm. Her mom's like, cool, I'll go back to my daughter. I've been a sex slave my whole life since I've gotten here. I was trying to win money to come back to my daughter.
Pretty good for her from sex slave to where she ended up. That's like spectacular.
Yeah, she banged her way to the top and then murder.
Now she's the queen.
And it's kind of weird how it's like, because I think Paul's the one that says like, oh yeah, she murdered like the husband.
Yeah, the husband.
It was very
that's just common knowledge, I guess.
Yes.
That she just straight
Everyone's
murdered the
just like,
guy, and
wow.
everybody's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, we'll just follow her now. It's all good."
Yep.
I mean, she killed the ruthless leader.
Yeah.
Which became him. I see. That's what I don't like. She was just kind of made to be a bad guy. Like she was always going to be a bad guy.
Yeah.
Nothing was good about her, and it was just like, oh, really? Like there's no saving graces to her, which is, I guess, is actually kind of good in the end.
Yeah.
It's not like a cliche. But yeah, it hurt. They talk to Valkyrie in like an earlier chapter. You see her like hanging there, just like chilling. She's like, "Oh, she's coming for you, Valkyrie." Oh, it was Paul talking to her, and I was like, "Oh, so she's alive." And then right after we read it all, I went and saw the page again. I was like, "Oh my god, she was fucking dead in that image." Oh my god.
But the one cool part was when Homura used the sword and stabbed the guy.
Oh,
like, that's actually really sick.
Do people die in
She trick
fairy
shotted
tale?
him.
Yeah,
she did.
Great trick shot. She's like, sorry, I had to use your blade.
She trick shotted him big time.
He's like, where's the sword? Oh. And then I thought he was going to start talking. I was like, no, please be dead.
And Homura also used the same like sword technique that
Odin-
showed
the Odin
she was-
strike.
Yeah.
Which was cool. I think you have to do that. You have to
Yeah.
give her the ability, but the last time somebody used it, they died.
So I'm kind of like, I'm thinking back to like the original volumes. You know how there's that room inside of the Eating Zero that they can't open unless all of the people are.
Oh.
Yeah. So how does that work now? Like,
I don't.
Well, she has her sword now, right?
do you think the sword
Yeah.
is the sword has
to be a
the
key,
unlocker,
yeah.
right? It
Did she take the sword?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
She's
no,
still
She
there.
still has it. She still has it at the end.
We would normally ask the comments.
Homura does or the
No, the
Valkyrie.
Because remember, the whole thing is like, oh, you didn't bring the body.
Yeah.
But what about the sword?
But the sword
But
was.
she had the sword unless Homura.
Shit. Okay.
That would have been the cool thing to take.
Yeah.
Like, just put a.
because like, how does that work then? Like, because all the other like what is it? The Shining Stars.
Shining Stars. They
They're
just get
all androids.
Yeah.
And they never had
like,
a human one. They're like, well, we don't know.
There's no rules against it, but it's like, okay, but what makes you special?
Yeah.
Like you were created.
It's
were
like
they created?
surely, like if there's a specific door that only opens when all 4 are there, it needs to be all 4.
Yeah.
So like,
Do you think they're gonna have to go somewhere like a Ziggy workshop kind of thing and be like, all right,
I don't
and
know.
Homura's now a fucking android.
I have no idea.
don't touch her body.
Because if you could just rewrite it, like if it's gonna be like, oh, we'll just add Homura to the
Okay.
thing really quick.
Well, they could have done that easily, like as soon as they got
Whenever
Hermit.
they met everybody.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Well, no, because Pino is
Boys.
another Shining Star.
Yeah.
She's the second series Shining
we
Star.
forgot our boy in his Arsenal suit.
Oh
God, how did we forget that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is that guy?
I
don't know who he is.
He is the hero who will
will
protect the lads and lasses.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he's not a slight pervert.
It's just Weiss being the best character again.
Yeah.
What can you
It's
expect?
Arsenal.
Oh, Arsenal. Please help me.
I thought it was interesting. Like that was a cool suit, but it ended up being pretty useless. Like he was not very strong in it.
I think he's gonna keep
He-
using
and
it
it
later
runs
on.
out very quickly.
Yeah. So I felt like the thing was going to be that when he gets cleaved by the axe sucks up ether. That's what I thought was going to happen. I was like, oh, he got hit too many times.
Yeah.
It sucked ether. Nope. He just does not have a fucking supply.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's
But-
funny. He's just naked the whole time. He's like, wait, give me your
It's like
skirt.
it does
Yeah.
run off of his ether, so it's like it'll probably like as he gets stronger, it'll go better.
Yeah.
But it's like it was kind of a lackluster showing.
It was like a
'cause
one-hit wonder kind of thing.
had a hard time taking out a B tier character
Yeah.
with his new weapon.
Yeah.
They made I feel like all those 3 characters were supposed to be really strong, but they again went up against like bonkers crazy characters that got new powers.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like about this, and it was kind of foreshadowed with the little tournament arc. Like all the fights are really short. Like the only long fight was when Shiki fought
and
the
Drakken.
Iron Knight, and that lasted what, like 3 or 4 chapters.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I was
but
like,
even then, most of that was just big panel.
Yeah. Whop! Oh no, a counter.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't work anymore, and then bomb. Like, but yeah, I feel like he was super strong, but yeah, he like kind of fucked around a bit. I feel like he was
Yeah.
just showing. I feel he showed off too much, and then he
Well,
just
like his
didn't.
attacks, most of them didn't even really do much. Like
Yeah.
he just landed
Yeah.
the one big one at the end, and then he won.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like a shit showing. Like
Yeah, and we already have a guy that does one punch. You know,
Yeah.
like it's just not fun.
it wasn't impressive. I was like, it's like it was funny.
Yeah.
And I liked it. It looks cool.
Yeah,
It looks really
it really
cool.
does.
It
But
looks
then it was
sick
like
as
the
fuck.
showing and the performance, like, ugh.
But I did like, so besides that, I like how he stayed on board because he didn't trust Captain. He's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
that
he's
guy's not
smart.
sure.
Smart.
But he's like, I'm going to be here with the girls. And it's like, oh, he's so sweet. And they do talk about that
Yeah.
too. And he tries to get like that one cool line back on Digitalis
Oh, yeah.
before he gets banned. And they're like, oh, he's trying to be cool. What an idiot.
So I don't think we mentioned Drakken either, but it's like,
Oh.
really
Oh, yeah, we-
not that big of a problem not mentioning fucking Drakken.
Currently,
because
right now,
yeah,
he's not in it.
he is not in here at all. He's
did
kind
steal
of
the
like
satellite,
He's
and
a
that's what
very
he wanted.
minor. He does minor details of the side that kind of affect the story.
Yeah.
Like he steals the satellite. The,
Yeah, the-
spider was
Yep.
from his
Dude,
crew.
Spider got fucking wrecked.
Yeah.
And it's like they're very clearly kind of setting up, in my eyes, him to be like the big, like the next
Yeah.
big
The next
encounter
big-
that
yeah.
Shiki and the crew are going to
So
go against.
and he's touted as like the most evil person in the whole cosmos.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
like, oh, cool. And of course, he just loves
so
money.
fucking help me God if Shiki just runs in there and steamrolls again. So
He's
help
going
me
to.
fucking
Yeah,
You know,
no,
goddamn
I
well.
hope he gets his. I hope Shiki loses. I really want that.
I don't think he's gonna lose, but they need to like be fucked up. Like
Yes.
So do you
all
think
of
they're
them
gonna
are getting off
capture Eden Zero?
scot-free.
I thought they were going to have that situation with Jamilov, which turned out to be Spider.
Yeah.
When they fought first, and then he's like, okay, I got to get going because Drakken's calling me. He dips out, and I'm like, oh, he's way stronger than he.
So I thought for sure, like what Jose was saying, that after they dealt with Homura's mom, right, they were gonna be like, cool, let's go back to the ship. And be like, oh
It's not
fuck,
here.
like they stole our
Oh.
ship,
Yeah.
like we're fucked.
Yeah.
I thought that's where it was gonna go because they were like, yeah, we're gonna go in for hand-to-hand combat now. Let's go.
yeah.
And then it's just like, oh no, our cast of OP characters just put a fucking decoy ship and made it go off that way because we already saw him coming. Don't even worry about it.
Yep.
yeah.
Somehow.
What the fuck?
So now
It's
that
the
makes me
captain.
worried.
All right, it was captain.
that Drakken is just gonna be a joke.
Yeah. Drakken the meme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, I hope
But-
not.
He does have a cool power, and we kind of debated on what it was. Me and Jose are in the alchemist section where you think
Yeah.
he might have
I
another.
think he might have like a Shiki power. Like I think it might be.
well,
I,
so
I,
what
I think it's a density thing for him. Like,
No, I
well,
think
not
he can
density, but
change-
like matter.
he
Almost.
can change what matter it is. Like he puts a glass in this dude's mouth in like a very fucked up scene. Puts a giant wine bottle in
You
his
heard
mouth.
a curb stomp? This is a new one.
I just like my memory shit, so I don't know. But I swear when he was talking about it, he was already saying that that's the heaviest material.
He changed it into the heaviest material, and it dropped the guy's head back and then he kicks the bottle
Yeah.
and busts the dude's fucking mouth.
That was kind of brutal when he's like, "Oh, what's your profession again?"
Yeah,
it's like,
you
"Oh,
could
an
do
artist."
He's like,
okay.
yeah, you need your hands, right?
It's like, yikes.
Yeah.
And they do that similar kind of situation where the Crimson Queen, which is Hamura's mom,
Yeah.
she's like suiting for people, which didn't make any sense at
Yep.
all. She was like looking for a husband,
Yeah.
and then she's like, "Oh, you're hot. Get naked." And then he's like, "Ooh, yeah, I'll do things to
What,
you."
you think I'm a simp?
Yeah, and then she burns his face
Yeah.
because he's
that
a
poor dude.
model. I was like, "What the fucking fuck?"
She's smart.
But he gets a cool like
He
setup
does.
later when he comes
Dude.
back.
He fucking nailed her.
Yeah.
He took a fucking
That was real
bat.
brutal.
Yeah,
Like,
he took a bat to her fucking face.
That was almost a little real. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, that was a
There-
little woo.
There was a part that was like a little fucked up. Was when Hermit was getting beat by the psycho doctor. He's like, "Smile for me," and
Yeah.
it was like
Yeah,
very
and
psychotic.
all the other guys were like, "Oh, he's doing it
Yeah.
again."
But he did that, and then the fucking bat scene came. I was like, "Okay,
the
that tops
bat
the
scene
cake."
was real. Like,
And
yeah.
they flat out said, "We're going to rape you."
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Yeah.
remember how you were a sex slave and you got out of that and you could have left and you could have had your daughter? We're bringing you back into that, but you're not going to get any money out
It's
of it.
crazy,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
It's super crazy.
That's why I was like curious. Like, is Fairy Tail like this? Because I always felt like it was very like happy.
they have
go
some
lucky.
messed up moments like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is it that chick with Drakken with the
Oh, slime chick.
the slime chick?
Or I think that's her name.
Doesn't she look like
Thick.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yes, sir.
Gray's teacher's daughter.
I know who you're talking about, Jose, but I can't for the life of me.
Okay,
like,
yeah. I'm like she looks
think
just
about
like that. We get so many fairy tale like
Yeah.
cameos.
Yeah, I
we
mean,
get
his art
Angel.
style is so
Yeah.
fucking similar.
Angel's there
It's
from
like, it's just-
Orashi on Sace.
And then we have Ganondorf as one of the side characters for Drakken.
Ganondorf.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, from
When are we going to get Captain Falcon to swing in?
God, I can't wait. They have McCree. It's Ganondorf and McCree. They brought him in. I'm curious because they set up his side people to be bonkers as fuck. Ganondorf didn't get anything, but the quick shot
The
dude
gun guy seems
Gun
like
guy
literally
is
will
fuck.
shoot
He's like, hey,
you
he didn't
faster
even-
than you can react.
He
to.
didn't even notice, you know.
He's like, "What are you talking about?" And then all of a sudden, but I do have a gripe. When you look at the panel, you're overviewing. He's here, and Spider's here.
Oh, God.
He gets shot in the head, but fell this way.
Yes, you're right. I remember that.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. That's not how guns work.
Okay, maybe he bounced it off the wall or something.
He curved it. You know what? He curved it.
Wanted style.
Yeah.
But he did it so quick that it didn't really do anything, and he's just like, "Oh, I fainted from lack of brain. You know, maybe it's it. I don't know. It was stupid."
Maybe.
They set him up cool, but then they fucked the whole
I'm trying
thing
to think of
for
a way
me.
to explain this that would work.
Would
but
work,
there's
but yeah, it's
you get shot
whatever.
through the head. He couldn't react. It was so fast it went out, so he just fell.
to the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
from lack of brain, he had fucking that. I don't
That's
know.
the only explanation.
Thank you for indulging me on this. I was really upset with
I was
that.
trying to get that a hard thing, and that's
I
the only
literally did stare
explanation.
at that for like 10, 15 seconds. Like, this does not make sense. I also, does some of Shiki's fights like seem very difficult to follow? Because he just like, it's gravity. He can fuck things
Not
up.
really.
Not really,
I kind of like. I see the one panel. I see the next panel. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can deduce what happened.
Yeah.
But there's like some movement stuff where he like constantly does spins.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
that's
yeah.
where the hard part comes in. But
Yeah.
I never had the problem to me. I was just going through. It's like, yep, get it, got it, sweet.
I like
There-
play it like it's a show in my head almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with the ones that we read, I would probably still like to keep reading it.
Same.
But I would say my hard cutoff point would be the Drakken stuff.
Yeah.
If that doesn't fucking
Get
do
better.
something else,
Yeah.
then I'm out. I'm hard out.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I forgot because you were bringing it up, and it's a really good point. They established that basically now Hamura is going to be the fourth Shining Star.
She said she wants to. I don't know how they're gonna go about that.
But I think because Ian Pino is going to be the second set of Shining Stars, I think they're just going to replace all the Shining Stars. Because remember, so in the first four, Ian Pino, they kind of like, oh, you were Ziggy's bot, and you're going to be the second series of Shining Stars. So Ian Pino is like a second set of Shining Stars. So I feel like they're going to replace Witch and Sister.
I don't think so.
eventually.
I don't think
Why
so.
do you think that?
Because they declare that Ian Pino is going to be the next generation of Shining Stars for the Eden Zero.
I
So I
always
feel
thought
like-
that they just were like, oh, you're just an enigma. Like they don't know what she's for. Like
They-
I think I think very early on they were like it's like, oh, we don't know why you were made. Like, we don't know. Like,
yeah, they do kind of like
what it is.
Think about it a lot, but I don't think we ever got a full answer.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking. I don't think they'll replace them, and the Homura situation. I think if we see how they handle the Homura situation, will be like the decider on which route they're gonna go.
I agree with that, and
because like if they decide with Homura, like, oh, you're just part of the second gen, then it's like, oh, okay, then it's gonna go that way.
Because they kind of set up, but they never brought it up for this, and I feel like that's how they should. Because what we get is we get our emotional hearts stomped the fuck on.
Yeah.
Because you find out that androids can cry, and they cry hard. They cry real fucking hard.
But I will say I really did like that last panel.
It was so
I
sweet.
think it was a good part to
sweet.
end on. The last chapter was really good. It was nice.
Yeah, because like I was reading it, and I've read the one where like, yeah, Homura's gonna be the new Shining Star, and then they're like, hey, that's cool and all. That's a great ending. That could have ended right there. But we just want to let you know, we're hurting over here too, and we want you to hurt with us.
Yeah.
Like, thanks, guys. I really appreciate it because we already lost Valkyrie. Now we have to go through you guys.
It was a good part, though.
It was
really good.
But yeah.
Okay, so that's been Eden Zero, volumes 5 through 8. I will probably be fucking back for the other one.
Yeah, we'll be back later in the year.
Stay tuned. I'm pretty sure they're already mega far into it. So
fuck it. We'll start a new podcast as soon as the thing comes out. We'll do a weekly. Hey, this is what happened.
Cast. Don't
do
even
you
worry
remember
about
this
it.
in the manga? This is where they differed.
So the one we're gonna do next month, because we've already decided the one we're doing 2 weeks, so we're gonna do another continuation of one we've already read. It's another mega popular one. We're gonna be doing the next 4 volumes of Blue Lock. We're gonna go back to Blue Lock. So that one's really
right
good.
in time for the Premier League, boys.
I've already read all of it, but I'll be going back and reading it again.
Wow. Okay.
So,
When we say, would you read it again? It's really
Sam already
Sam's
read
going
it.
to, and we're all thinking, yeah, it would be nice, but we just don't have time. But Sam's just like, oh,
That
it was so
just
good. I
reads-
had to.
with Eden Zero, I already had the idea of we'll come back to it later for the channel, so I didn't go past that. But for the other ones, for specifically Tokyo Revengers and Blue Lock,
Yeah, you dicked yourself.
I'm way out there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm probably way past 4 volumes out there on
Well, I'm
both of
so
those.
glad you're picking that again.
Yep.
So
It's just a refresher for the man.
we're going to Blue Lock. That'll be
Yeah.
the one. So check back in a month. We'll be there for Blue Lock, and then for next 2 weeks
2
from now,
weeks.
we'll be doing the Akame ga Kill creators' next manga, which name I can't remember. I'll put
Something
it in text.
go nothing. Or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think of Eden Zero. Is it a different enough for Fairy Tail for you guys out there? Because
I say it's fairy tale in space.
it's basically Fairy Tail in space, and I think that's a minus in my book.
Oh, wow.
So
So you're saying that Simpsons going to Futurama was not an improvement?
no. So let us know in the comments, and be sure to leave a like and subscribe on the video. We'll be back. We do all kinds of reviews. We got podcasts out there. If you love Bleach, we got a whole Bleach podcast. Check it out. We got all kinds of shit for you guys. So stick around, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.